Hello, kindergartners. For our lesson this week, we're working on two letters. We have the letter Q that we're going to be working on, and the letter V. And the letter V. So today's lesson will be Q, and then I'll make another lesson with V, so that way you don't have to sit through both. And we're also going to be reviewing our sight words this week. So we're on 8.3 in our workbook packets. So it has all the words on the front, and then at the top I've written 8.3, and it's Q and V. And we're also going to be doing our alphabet book, Q and V. And then over here, we will be reviewing our sight words. And I'll teach you the sign language for all of those so that we will really know them well. Let's look at some Q words here. We have queen. Does anyone know what this is? A quarter. Quarter. A quilt. So your parents might have a quilt in their house they can show you. It's a blanket made from different pieces, and it's sewn together to usually make a cool design quilt. And here we have quail, which we learned is our California state bird. And quail says qua. The fun thing about Q is that Q always has his best friend U with him. Always. They are best buds. So when you hear a qua, you know that you're going to be writing Q, U. Qua. So now we're going to turn over to our alphabet book. Here's our alphabet book. Q. There we go, Q. So when we make Q, we do our finger spaces. We start from the top. Looks like a capital O, but then it has this little monkey tail that starts almost in the middle, goes outside the Q, and the monkey tail goes up just a tiny bit. If you go up too big, you make one of these, then it just looks like a poorly formed A, right? So we make it tiny like that. So we know that's a capital Q. And who is Q's best friend? U. So you're going to make a U that we've learned how to make. Tiny monkey tail. Don't make a big one, otherwise it looks like a W. So Q, U, qua. And make another one. Starts from the sky, touches the ground, come back up. Starts almost to the middle, comes down a tiny monkey tail, and then his best friend, U. Q, U. Same with the lowercase q. And again, we don't have a lot of water down here, so we're gonna have to pretend we make our Q. So it looks like you're gonna make the letter A, except you go down into the water and you make a sharp V. And then we have a U. So that's gonna look like, make one down here. So if we had a sky and a ground in the middle, our lowercase q, make the C shape. Ooh, it looks like I'm gonna make an A, but instead of making an A, I go down into the water and make a V. And then his best friend is always with him, U. Ooh, I made that a little too big. It looks like a funny W. There we go. Q, U, qua. Now I'm going to take this down, and we're going to talk about our 3 words to put up here. So here we have our word web, our letter web, which is Q, capital Q, and lowercase q. There we go. So let's talk about some of our Q words. First we have queen. So let's write queen. I draw a line to it. Q, U, E, N. And then let's draw a queen. Here's my queen. And then she has a crown on her head. Queen. Next word. This one, it's worth 25 pennies or 25 cents. It's called a quarter. And if you look at it, look at the president. Who is that, you guys? The very first president of the United States, George Washington. Quarter. That is called a quarter. Q U A R T E R. And a quarter is worth 25 cents, so I'm just going to write 25 cents on it. That way when you look at it, you'll know it's a quarter. Next picture. Do you remember what that was called? Quilt. You're right, you can sound that one out. Quilt. 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 So let's make a quilt. We'll do it in red. Quilt. Q U I L T. A quilt. And it's a blanket that's patched, sewn together to make cool designs. So here, I'll just make some designs on my quilt. You can do your quilt however you want. Quilt. Last one, the state bird of California. Ooh, there's a glare. Quail. Quail, Queenie quail, quack, quack, quack. Quail. Q U A I L. And if you have a gray crayon and a brown crayon, black, brown, gray, remember when we painted our quail? So you can go ahead and do a little quail. There's his beak, and he has his top notch. And then his tail. And his cute little quail feet. And then let's see, he was black around here. So get some black in here, and the rest would be gray with brown on the top of his head and a little brown on his wing. Quail. That's our lesson for Q. And now I'm going to erase all this, and I will start our next lesson for V, and then we'll go into our sight words, all right? All right, keep studying, keep working hard, send me those pictures. When I get pictures of you working, I send it to Miss Anderson, who's working on the yearbook for this year, so that way she'll have pictures of everyone doing distant learning. So I have some already, your leprechaun traps I sent to her, so hopefully those will be in the yearbook. And I have some of Mateo doing this, watching the video. So great job, you guys. Keep up the hard work and finish Q, and then you can start your V lesson. All right, bye.